Okay, when we say web development, we are looking at 3 areas. We are looking at the domain. Okay, when we say domain, domain is just the domain. Okay, now the domain name is just a unique name. Okay, just like google.com, yahoo.com, okay, bing.com. All these are domain names, like Mojeed Fetuga, okay, .com. All these are domain names. So when we say domain names, what we are actually saying is a unique name that is assigned with domain unique name assigned with an IP address. Now, a unique name that is assigned with an IP address, or that is assigned to an IP address. Now, why IP address? This IP address is referring to the hosting. Now, this hosting is the storage facility, and for you to access the storage facility, you link up with an IP address. So the domain is now assigned to an IP address for us to access the files and documents applications within the hosting package, or the hosting storage. So the two must be gotten right before you now start writing your contents, designing your web, in order to store them or keep them in this hosting, and in order for you or for any other person in the globe to access the files in your storage facility, in your hosting. So the jargons here means that we have the domain. The domain is a name that we all know: Yahoo, Google, Bing. This domain is assigned to an IP address. This IP address is a storage facility. Okay, is a server. The IP address is a server, okay, where your files are kept. So this domain, yahoo.com, bing.com, google.com, mojeedfetuga.com, any other .com or .net or .org that you may have or that may be created on the net, they are domain under which an IP address is assigned. IP address will be like 128.34.15. Something like this. This is how IP address looks like. Okay, so a domain, this Google now, is assigned to this IP address, but this IP address is the storage location of where the files are kept. So you should know that if anybody wants to design websites, or if you say we want to design website, the first thing we are going to do is to look for a domain name that is not already registered, and we are going to assign that domain name to a storage facility of a given capacity, probably in size, features, bandwidth, and what have you. We are going to go there. Then we have gotten our domain name, we have assigned it to an IP address, meaning that we have assigned it to a server, where we will now start creating our content. Now, a web designer focuses on the content. That, okay, I now want to design the web. So I'm going to just take you through domain registers. There are thousands of domain registers out there. There are millions of domain registers out there. But for this practical purpose, for this tutorial, we are going to focus on using eUkHost. Okay, eUkHost is Nigerian-based hosting company. Okay, I'm using this eUkHost for tutorial sake. I started with eUkHost, but currently I'm not using eUkHost due to some facilities and other features that probably when you start growing, when you grow, you will know that you will know what you want and you will know what solution that can give you something better. Okay, but for a start, for training, like for these training purposes, we can just set up eUkHost, and that is where we are going to start with. So when you come to eUkHost will give you two solutions at a glance. At a click, eUkHost would give you two solutions. So you are not going to disturb yourself giving yourself technical jargons. You don't need that. You only need to get a solution provider like this, and you pay for the solution, and that is how you get started. So the two solutions that eUkHost will give you are the domain name. eUkHost will register the domain name for you, and they will give you hosting facility. eUkHost will get you register your domain name, and they are going to give you hosting, a big facility there. Hosting is about server. This laptop that we are using now has hard disks, so the hard disk is offline, but hosting is a server, hard disk that is online. So you can keep your files on your laptop offline. You on it anytime, you will see your files, they are there. You can also keep your files on a server online, and anytime you go onto your website, you will see your files there. And that is why web development or internet online file storage and what have you have to do with hosting. Hosting is keeping your files, your applications online. Okay, then we have the content, which is what we need to really work on. The content, the design. How do you design? Ideas, strategies, tools, and what have you, graphics, animation. There are so many things that you would even develop your skill set on, and you will be professional, and you can actually get so much income from either of these three. There is none of it that you will say you want to focus on that you will not see the value. Okay, but my own transaction with you has to do with this third one, which is design. But me, on my own note, I'm taking you through the first and second just for me to add value into your skill sets. Okay,
Yeah.
now,
Yes.
like I've said, domain are just normal name. Domains are like google.com, yahoo.com, bing.com, mojeedfetuga.com, so many, just name it. Now, domain, you register domain with domain registrars, and they assign the domain to an IP address. Now, this IP address looks like this. Okay, that is, IP address always look like that, but the IP address is the link to where your files are kept online. So the IP address is the link to where your content are hosted. Your content,
Location.
or your content hosting location. Fine, yes. Now, for you to you people cannot be memorizing numbers now. Okay,
Yes.
it is so much, but people can still recollect, can still memorize, can still study. Google.com, go to google.com, you will get it. You spell it, nobody will get that one. Is not confusing. So because for humans to be able to relate with it, they now have to assign a domain name to every IP address,
IP
but the IP
address.
address is where your files are stored online. Now, if you want to design a website, you only need three things. If you want to design any website at all, you only need three things. You need a domain name, you need a server, which is the IP address, a storage facility, and you need your content. That is the only three things you need. Your content can be an application, can be functionalities, can be anything you need. These are the three things you need. Okay, now I have selected one or two. Okay, 1 2 3 4, good. I have selected 4 registers for these training purposes. eUkHost is Nigerian based. Okay, Lagos guy, the man is at Ikeja. There is nothing hidden there. The guy is very very supportive and what have you. I started with eUkHost, but currently I'm not using eUkHost, and I'm not even relating with the facility, but I still have affiliate link, and I have done videos guiding people to say if you want to set up your domain, you set up your hosting, your website, you can come to eUkHost. It's a Nigerian base and it's okay. But when you are now growing in the web development sphere, you will then see so many limitations. That is when you now say, let me go for something bigger, let me go for something better. You understand? So that is why. But for a starter, for a student, or for somebody who is not doing huge services, you would use eUkHost without any problem. The problem may be minimal. It depends on what facility you are going to do. Likewise, let me just tell you, there is also GoDaddy. GoDaddy is also available. You just go to godaddy.com. Namecheap is also available. They are going to register your domain for you. They are going to host. So they are going to do two things for you now. They are going to do your domain registration. They are going to do your hosting. I also have Interserver here. I'm not going to go through all the other. Any of these four, as mentioned, will register your domain and will host it for you. So the three tasks that we have in web development, two of them have been managed by third party.
Yes.
So the only third one that will be your problem is your content, functionalities, and the application that you want to develop. That is your headache. And that one is what you as a person can decide that, let me study this thing, let me know how to use it, and let me just start using it myself. So you too can start designing, creating applications, and you can go on from there. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to allow you to share your screen. You will share your screen. You will share your screen, and we are going to take it step by step. I'm not the one that will do the registration. I don't need the registration. But I think you need it, because if you register for the domain, the website, and everything, and you know the process, it means that any other person, you can just register for them. And when you register for them and you have done the two jobs, you have done the domain registration, you've done that, you have done the hosting based on the facility that the person wants to use the website for. You need to consider what solution are they hosting, because some facilities are very small, cheap, but they will not get you the best results. Your internet, your server, your website will just be down every time. Or will be losing memory.
Jobs that are too big for the website.
Not just jobs that are too big. Also the scripts on the website, some applications will be making use of memory. It's like when you install application on your laptop, your system will slow now. Say you've been installing an application on your laptop, go and install a game, just install so many games on your laptop, you will see how your system will be sluggish.
Each hosting has its
capacity. You are very correct. Capacity, and we will get there. Yes, storage facility. They have their capacity, they have their the limits, and you will be able to first of all consider that before you give anybody a billing to pay. I want to design your website, I want to do, what do you want to use our website for? Otherwise, if you say I will do it seeking money, like what some of us are doing now, you will see that your clients will be complaining that people cannot log on to their website because the facility is, the server itself, the content is drawing so much resources that people cannot even have enough to go around. So you have to understand that. So there are registers that will do these two jobs for you, your domain registration and your hosting. The next thing is, we will then install, there are two ways to it. For the content, there are two ways to it. The first one is with code. we do our normal coding. We study HTML, we study CSS, and probably JavaScript. Okay, scripts. Okay, these are the 3 basic ones they will tell you to go and study anytime you want to go and learn web development. If you are not learning web design, okay, if you are going into web development, you must know these 3 codes. Okay, this one is just tags, this one is a bit of styling, and this one is a functionality. And when you now go advanced, they will tell you to go and learn PHP. Okay, when you now know PHP, then you can write so much application, database, work with my SQL and what have you. You'll be able to do robust solution. Okay, this is the first stage, but some people have done some work for us, and they have designed applications that can do this job for us. Okay, these are CMS. These are content management solution or system. Content management system. These are solutions that are already built. Okay, applications that are already built. You just install them into your register a domain, set up your hosting capacity. The minimum you must consider the functionality you want to use, and install this CMS solution. Install it inside, and you start drag and drop. You don't need to code at all. However, if you are not making use of this, if you are not making use of this one, if you are making use of the code, it means that you are going to register your domain, you are going to register your hosting, and you are now going to write your code on your normal application. Okay, probably you are using Notepad++. You are using there are so many applications, editors that you can use. And when you finish editing and coding, you just move your files onto your storage, and your files will be online. Simple. There's nothing hidden there. Okay, that is when you now host it and it's online, and people can have access to it, and that is how that works. So what we are going to do in this process is that we are going to make use of eUkHost. We are not going beyond this. We are going to make use of eUkHost. We are going to register a domain, a very easy, a cheap one. Okay, we are going to register hosting package at least for 1 month. Okay, and we are going to install the CMS solution. The CMS solution that we want to install is called WordPress. Okay, there are so many other ones. We have Joomla. Okay, we have Magento. We have PrestaShop. There are so many. PrestaShop. It depends. Just name it. So there are so many, but we want to focus on WordPress because so many businesses use WordPress, and that is okay. So many big people, even companies, they use WordPress. Okay, meanwhile, if you have gotten to a stage, you may want to stop using WordPress and go and code and write a customized built solution. That one, you already make the money. That is when you are like Amazon or like Alibaba, Jack Ma, and all those ones. So you just bring developers together and tell them to write a complete solution, and then you just migrate your content. And that is, if you get to that stage, it's not going to be difficult. So what we are going to do is to study eUkHost. So we are not going to make the same principle, the same process. When you go to eUkHost.ng, which is this address, which you are going to do, you just come to this search bar, and you enter the domain. Just give me a name. Remove www. Okay. Just give me a domain name, just for training. Something that you can make use of.
Olabi.com.
Owo, small letter. Labi.com. Okay, now this is the first stage. We want to look at domain. Now I have just pressed owolabi.com and I click on search. Now eUkHost is searching for that domain. whether that domain has been registered, assigned to an IP address. So it's checking for the availability of that domain. Owolabi.com is not available. Owolabi.com is not available. Somebody had already registered for this name, okay, and have assigned it to an IP address. So it means that if you should go onto your browser and you just press owolabi.com, you should be able to find a file, a content, a server content should come up. But that is not my, okay, even the person registered it, the person could not manage it. I don't know, probably the person use shared hosting or small hosting like that of WHUkHost, or probably my internet is slow. Anyhow, that is just the site is not. This is another opportunity now. If I want to do the business now, I will just go and get this domain, and if the domain is important to that person, the person will come and buy it from me. Now them sabi. Okay, now but there is something important here that you must take note of. You see that owolabi.com is by WHUkHost, so it is 4,700, but it is unavailable. Okay, owolabi.ng is available. owolabi.ng, ng is Nigeria. So what domain, when we talk about domain, okay, I will just use this opportunity to say a bit about domain, but that is not where we are going. But let me give it to you so that you will be able to have an understanding about domain. Domain, like I told you, is attached or assigned to the hosting. So what happens is that domain have first level domain, okay, and second level domain. Now let me explain. First level domain is the one that ends with .com, nothing else, ends with .com. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Second level domain ends with .com, .ng, okay, two dots, .com, I will put .com, .ng, .com, .ng. This is second level domain. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So .com is the first level domain. Second level domain is .com, .ng. Now let me advise you.
.ng.
For this tutorial, we are going to make use of second level domain, but don't give a client, I repeat, don't give a client second level domain. If you are getting any job, don't give them second level domain. It means that they are not the original owner of that domain. You are not there.
True.
You are not there. Talk to me now.
Yeah, I'm listening. I
Don't just listen. Communicate with me. Let us talk. If you are saying that I want to register a website for somebody and the person is saying .com.ng, that means the person will not be the original owner of that domain. So don't do that.
It's a shared host, right?
No. That one is hosting. Shared hosting is hosting. This is domain. We are on domain now. We are not on hosting.
Okay. That means that this domain is under something.
Domain.
This is not the original owner.
Yes. Domain is sub of this. That domain is assigned to this .com. You understand? In fact, some people can do second level domain for you for free. Okay, it's going to go. Your files will be online. Nothing will do your files or your website will be working fine. No big deal. But just for at some levels, you will be having limitation on this. Okay, so we'll focus on this if you are working with clients or projects. And for tutorials, like for this training now, we are just going to make use of this one because this one is even cheap. When you go to WHUkHost, .com.ng is 1,200 per annum. Meanwhile, the main .com is 4,700. Okay, some other ones can, like dot tech or dot space dot site dot africa, like dot africa is 13,000. So the domain can be as much as that.
So dot
Okay,
Africa is
so
bigger than dot com.
yeah, it's not bigger than they just say give it. This domain business is another ball entirely, another game entirely. So there is not, it's just like you are now if you build a solution and you now say dot africa or dot location, it means you have taken, control over the location, that location for that name. That is where you cover. That is, there's nothing like dot com means dot commercial, dot ng means dot nigeria, dot tech, dot
But all
space
this one,
dot
that dot ng doesn't mean other IPs can't, other people with other IPs can't access the site.
they will access it. No, other ip. What do you mean by other ip?
Like other countries, would they be able to access it?
Why would they? Why once they go to, just like go to your website now? Okay, go to your website now, you just press digitalocean.com. Look at this address, digitalcoach.com.ng. Okay, and you just press enter. Okay, you will see that it's going to find the files in that site, in that hosting site. This is one of the reasons why I don't like eUkHost. Now you see that the site is slow. I don't know why the site is slow.
There's network.
Network, and then how are you now hearing me?
There's network and it's slow. That's one of the disadvantages.
So now you are now getting one or two points where when you are now growing, now it is now loading. Now when you are now growing, you may need to you may not want to use some facilities because you want some solutions, you want some results. The time to load is slow. You can see it has not completed the loading. So this is .com.ng. So at the end of this tutorial with me and you now, at the end of our interaction now, you would end up creating a website that will be online. And if you fail to do that, that means you did not want to learn well, or you did not want to practice what we are. Well, you will even do it because you are the one that will do it yourself, not be me. So at the end of the tutorial, you will end up creating something that will be online. Okay, then that's just the essence. So you can register .com.ng.
Yeah.
You can register .com.ng. So now one thing you should know about domain is you renew this domain name every year. Yes, every year. So you select a name that is unique. So do you still want to go with Owolabi?
Let's go with Kalikatel.
Good. That is going to be your own test, your own assignment. Now you are going to register it. I'm going to follow you, walk you through, then you are going to register it. Now immediately we finish registering .com, we are going to click on add. So we have added that one to cart. So we are not making use of Owolabi now, we are now making use of .com.ng. We are not making use of .com, but we are making use of .com.ng. And you then click on checkout. When you click on checkout, it's going to tell you that owolabi.com.ng is now registered now assigned to be registered, but there is no hosting. There is no hosting. Now I have told you that anytime when we talk about development of websites, you need three things. You need your domain name, you need your hosting, and you then need your content. Now I told you that your domain name and your hosting will be managed by people like this. They are the same thing, they will do the same job. You just come here, enter your domain name, they too, they will manage for you, and they will tell you that you should do hosting. So they too, they will get you hosting. You will be paying per year. You understand?
So
and at the end of the day,
one is also
you said what?
And manage content. I said those sites.
They are the one that will do the domain. They are the one that will manage the hosting. Now our own job as a designer is to log into the site and to start creating our content, our design, our layouts, so that the people with laptop will be able to see well. People with
phone,
the mobile phone, the
well.
mobile
Okay.
version will always be able, they will be able to see it well, and it's going to be responsive. It's going to be user interface, that user friendly.
Yeah.
All this one will
Yeah.
be our own edic. We'll be looking at the color riots. We'll be looking at the text, the fonts, the
Headers.
size, the headers, the footers, and all those. Those one will be our edic. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but for me and you, I will prefer to take you through the nitty-gritty, so that even if you should take a project today, the problem you will be facing will be minimal. You understand? And with enough resources that I'm going to give you, you will be able to overcome. And of course, you always form a team, so that it's not going to be one man traffic. You must have other people that you can always refer to, that say, help me look at this, how do I do this? And you always get mentorship and support. So that is how the thing works. But once you get to the foundation and you get that done separately, you will not have any issue again, and you just be thinking of, do I now want to focus on some other advanced aspects? Do I now want to be building application and what have you? So that is that. So now what I'm going to do now is to show you that I will then click on this hosting. There's no hosting. I will click for an hosting package. I'm still within eUkHost. Now, eUkHost have so many facilities. They're under hosting. Let me go to hosting. Now under domain, I talk about first level, I talk about second level. Let me now go to hosting. When we say hosting, hosting is where your files, your server files. Okay, we have cloud. We have cloud hosting service, cloud hosting service facility. So when we say cloud hosting, it means that a combination of servers are put together and your files are available on that network. Cloud hosting means combination of files, servers rather, combination of servers are put together. They are merged together, and your files are on that cloud, on that facility. So you would always have a way to get your file. If one server is down, as long as the cloud is still available, your file will still be available for you. Well, and some other facilities, then also the speed, the bandwidth, and the backup and what have you, and the security on that hosting package. So that one is the biggest, as in huge. Then we then have dedicated server. Dedicated server means that only you are making use of a complete computer, a complete hard disk, whereby you can be paying as much as $4,000 per month or per annum. It depends. The facility will be robust. Okay, if you are downloading like 200 gig of hard disk now, if you are downloading files of 200 gig, you can download it based on dedicated server, server to server download. You can move gigs of files within seconds. So that one is robust, is huge.
Seconds.
Yes, I'm not saying minutes, I'm saying seconds, and I know what I'm saying. So then we have VPS server. So VPS means a virtual private server. Now a dedicated server is probably partitioned into 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, it's not going to be more than that. So if a dedicated server is like 1000 gig, okay, they can now share it into 5, that you will then have a VPS of 200 gig, and you will use the complete server facilities. 200 gig is huge. Now that one, now we now have shared hosting. That is shared server, shared hosting. Now shared hosting is like this VPS 200 gig, they will now share it into 2 gig and give 200 people. So look at this one. This one is Linux hosting of eUkHost. The capacity is 2 gig and you'll be paying 500 naira per month. 2 gig of space, space, 10 gig of bandwidth. That is the speed that is allocated to that 2 gig. It's just 10 gig. Okay, and you'll be paying this. These are the features available. These are the features. Yes, you'll be paying 500 every month and probably 5,000 per annum. No, even if you don't upload anything, they have given you the space. They have given you the space. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm with you.
So now our tutorial now, our training now is that you are going to register a domain of your choosing or of your choice, and you are going to select a small package like this, and you are going to register it. So the 2 jobs, the domain will be done by you, the hosting will be done by you.
Yes.
Now for you to do this, you are going to use your email address. So they are going to be disturbing you with emails. They will not disturb me. By the time they will ask you to come and renew, they will be sending you messages to come and renew. Let me check my inbox whether I have some. Like I received one recently, probably this morning. So that is one of the reasons why I don't like to share, to be doing all this small hosting that will be giving me a dick. 2 gig. Okay, eUkHost. Okay, eUkHost here. Okay, this one is a domain renewal. The domain will expire. I have told the owner. They said they are going to make their payment and renew it. Okay, so this is how you will be managing domain for clients. You will be managing their hosting. If there's any problem, they will contact you. You will contact their support, and that is what. But me, most of my clients now, I'm not using eUkHost like I told you. I'm now using something advanced, and that one is a bit robust. But for the tutorial, you are going to start with this, and subsequently, if you are now having issues or work, you may take any other registrar in order to see their facility. You will now get to know how to do this, and subsequently, you will not even have problem with hosting and registration. And of course, if you have anything, you can contact. If you have issues with your domain or your hosting, you don't need to give yourself a dick. You contact the eUkHost. They are going to give you support because you are paying them. Okay, so the next one will now be this content. This is where you and I, this is where we will now stock ourselves to creativities and what have you. So now what you are going to do for me is either to ask question. What you are going to do for me is either to ask question or you share your screen and you start your work. If there's anything you don't know or you have not, you still want to clarify, you can ask question. Okay, or otherwise you can just share your screen and start working. Don't, so that I will just be following you. But is it simple? You are smiling. Kai,
It's not.
No, talk. You know why? I'm trying to make it so simple that you just be able to take it. Nothing, huge there.
Yeah.
And you can now be thinking of
very
ideas.
Explicit.
Yes, you can now be thinking of what can I do with this? Can I set up this? Can I do that? And how do I really, start something that can, when Jack Ma started that time, nobody believed him. But now people now see him as, and they are now saying, that man probably he did magic. No, now you can now share your screen and let us follow suit.
You disabled participants.
Okay, good. Sure. Yeah. Let me enable that. Disable video reading. Participant, manage participant. More facility. make host. So you are now host. So when you are host, you can now do that. Oh yeah, now good. Go on. I'm now your student. Teach me.
That's teaching. So I should go
Lecturer.
to eUkHost, Abi.
I will have given you my link. Oh, wait. Let us do Ojoro cancel there. Let me give you a link. Now, that is called an affiliate link. Okay? Now, affiliate link is just for me to collect more peanuts. It's not going to add to your money, mind you. I'm giving them to enable they too, they will now give me as a marketer, as an affiliate, and they will give me a commission. But talk about you add to now, I'm giving them money now. They too, they will now give me as a marketer, as an affiliate, and they will give me a commission. But it's not going to add to your own budget at all. And the truth of the matter is that I've not even made any huge money from it. Probably 2,000 naira. But I just like it. It's a good thing after all. Yes, sometimes affiliate marketing is
The marketing
better in a
strategy for them.
in fact, I've during this lockdown, I've been making good money from affiliate marketing. But then the beautiful things in this issue is that you can do it remotely. You just set it down, no big deal. And once you set it down, who goes? Where is who goes? I'm coming. Okay, let us do like this. Go to your go to type mojeedfetuga.com. My name mojeedfetuga.com. I think it should be there. I want to do only, and this site too is still with eUkHost, but I will move it. I've almost abandoned it there. I did that not intentionally, but because I'm now working on some other things, so it's like I just need to move on. Okay, go to blog. You can allow the notification. That is it. If I should do, I always upload content, so you just be receiving
Till now.
notification. Yes, I do. I do blogging. You can see Google Ads here. You see Google Ads on my website. I blog. I have blog. I have 8 websites. So the thing is now like burden on me.
Lot of work.
This just scroll down. I'm going to eUkHost. I'm looking for that eUkHost content. I want us to collect money from them. Go to the next. Go to the next 2. When you start affiliate marketing, this is how it works. You can build a website and you now register for affiliates, and you just put their links on your website, and it's going to be like that. Anybody that goes to your website and clicks through your link, they will give you commission. Scroll down. Just scroll down. You are looking for eUkHost. Aṣọ ti pẹ́ dọ́bẹ̀ náà ni. Ọmọ ìwọ náà kọ̀ọ̀kan o. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's like you have jumped it. I know you have jumped it. Scroll down, no? Go to that category. Let me see. Okay, it's not loading, Abi.
It's good.
Oh, see that search bar at the top. That's this search bar. Enter eUkHost there. Oh, let me search for it here. Oh.
Okay, I've
See
seen
it here now. Just click on the link. Click on the first link. eUkHost. Not that one. Not that one. Or read more. Any of this. I wrote this blog post then when I was talking about how you can start second level domain and all those things. That you can start the whole website. Click any of those ones that have eUkHost. Any of the link that you see eUkHost on it. Click that one. So you can go through this. I was talking about installing and doing all this at a start. Not that you would use it to set up a business that would, no, just a start. Now it is not, it has brought you to eUkHost. Now, eUkHost is one of the hosting domain registrar and hosting companies. So you can always use any other. But for our tutorial and for practice, I'm repeating it, oh, Mr. Man, for practice, use this. And if you are starting and you want to start on a small budget, you can decide to use this. But if you want to scale and do some other advanced functionality, then you may need to consider your hosting facility. You may not use this small hosting. Shall click on cancel button. That cancel. There's cancel on that. Yes. It is taking you to another thing now. Go to the tab, the first tab. Click on the cancel button.
Yeah.
Where is it taking you to another tab?
That
is ads. You don't use ads. Okay, click outside. Just click outside. I don't want this one. We want to start our work. There's no time. Click that. Click outside and click. No, there is a small icon at the top.
And this icon.
Not that one. There's another small one. I just saw it now when you click outside. This thing has already turned their headache to wahala. Well, guy, see, just cancel this. Where reload the page. I don't even know. Remove this small icon, this X button. Now this is the beginning of the job. Now, and on this, search for a domain. Enter the domain you want. What are you doing?
Searching now.
Okay, the internet, I'm not seeing anything. It is just hang. Probably tell me what you are doing so that I can be following you. So you've clicked add to cart. So you are going to then click on no hosting, click to add. You know, I have told you that we have domain, we have registered domain, we've seen the price.
Yes.
Now we are talking about hosting now. So no hosting, yes. Calicartel.com has no hosting. So you now click to add a hosting package. Now I told you before that we have different hosting packages.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have the cloud, we have dedicated server, we have VPS, we have shared hosting. Now eUkHost at this stage is giving you shared hosting. This Linux hosting that you see here, they are all shared hosting. So we have different package. They have different package. No, I'm not the owner of eUkHost, so then I'm not. Now they are cup of me with that. Okay, they have different packages, and you can decide to pick the one that is okay by you. For a starter, that of 6 gig is averagely okay. That of 6 gig is averagely okay. But for learning purpose, this learning purpose, that of 2 gig will do a good job.
All right.
I have explained to you now.
Yes,
For a starter, if somebody say I don't have money, I wan start, I just want to start small, tell the person it's just small gig, small bandwidth okay. But for 6 gig, you are going to start, your website will be okay and nothing will happen. At least you'll be able to manage. But when you are not having traffic, you are not having engagement, you need to move on to something bigger. But upgrade, good. But for a learning purpose now, me and you now want to learn, just to learn. Nobody knows Calicatel. Only me and you now. You can just speak 2 gig.
All right.
Click on order now, so that your money will not be too much. Now you will see at this junction it's telling you that, do you have your domain with them? Do you want to use the domain already in their carts? Do you want to use the domain from another register? They can give you hosting. You can host with eUkHost, but you can get your domain from Namecheap. Likewise, you can get your domain from eUkHost, and you can still go and host it, getting your thing complete from another person, another provider. Yes, you can do all this. You understand? But for the training and for this guide, I would always advise that do hosting and your domain registration one place, so that you will not be having any complications. But when you are now used to it and you now know everything, you can destroy anything. You can do anything you like. So you just click on use calicatel.com, which is the already domain available in your shopping cart. Just click on use Calicatel. Now it is now giving you a breakdown of how much you are going to pay eUkHost.
Okay, monthly.
For this tutorial now, for you to say you want to have your website now, all you need to do is to agree that you are going to pay eUkHost 5,000 naira. Now, but there is a problem here. You will need to decide this 5,000 naira is an annual budget, okay, of your hosting. If you don't have money for this tutorial, you will choose a monthly budget of 500 naira.
Okay.
Choose your billing cycle. You will pick monthly, that one. Now get to understand what happens here. If you click this, if you choose this, you are still going to be having 2 gig at this, but you will be paying 500 naira per month. In a year, that is 6,000 naira.
Okay. But
because they will be deducting the money,
5,000.
but annually they now give you 5,000. And now they added free domain to this one. This free domain is .com.ng.
Yeah.
So but you are registering .com. Now you sabi. Oh yeah, now click continue. You don't have anything to do with any other thing. You just need to select the billing. Now you have Calicatel now has hosting, and the period for the Calicatel itself is 1 year. Now scroll down and click continue. See continue there now. Click continue. So at the end of this job now, you have your hosting already for 2 gig at 500 naira per month, and because it's a training, you can then decide that I want to make it annual. you write them you will just mail them. They are going to update your payment, and they will set up your everything will be updated by that is their own edict. You don't need to select any of this last chance or all this promo. So you are selecting hosting package of 2 gig 500 naira.
Yeah.
You can edit it, you can delete it if you want. Then your registration kalikatel.com is 3,900. Everything you are going to pay for this tutorial, for this package now, is 4,400. Your domain is 1 year.
Okay.
So you are not going to renew your domain next month. You have
So
nothing to
next year.
Kalikatel is till next year. You have registered it.
Yeah.
Now your hosting, where your files is kept now, is to be kept. You will be available. You need to renew that monthly shop. You will be paying for that house.
Okay.
So click on checkout. Now, oh, they tell you that okay, you have not registered. Scroll down. Before checkout, scroll down. Scroll down. See, here you now enter your account. Like in my own case, I am already a user with them. I'm a customer with them.
Yeah.
I will only click existing user, and I will just enter my username and password, and I will have this solution, this package attached to my account.
Okay.
But you are a new person, you will create your account. Now listen, this account is eUkHost to manage any domain that you have, any hosting that you have under eUkHost.
Okay.
So you are not
If I host another
this
one, is this
you
same
can host
account I will
trillion.
use?
Yes, you can host trillion domain and hosting solution. If it is still under eUkHost, you are going to be using your account.
Okay.
So now this account is to access your records with eUkHost.
Okay.
So enter your details as you see fit, but make sure that your email address is correct.
Yeah.
Because it is that your email address that any correspondence they too will be giving you. They will be sending to your email. You too will be mailing them, and that is your means of communication. Okay. Everything, let it be correct. You are not. This one has nothing to do with whether they will scam you or they will not scam you. Are you sabi?
Okay.
This one now that I'm hearing somebody doing coco in the background. If it is Zoom, I will not even see it or hear it.
Abi.
Now company name is optional. You don't, if you have company you can put it there, but I don't know, you can put the name of your school there so that they will know you are still going to
Yeah, I'm not
stop here your company name la fake vivo
I
la
finished.
fake. Okay,
I'm sure you want to
if
carry me back to school.
you can use your own different you can still use lafeco, but don't use media. Let me fight for somebody who is not there to talk. Okay, I'm just joking now. What it concern it is optional. It has nothing to do with anything we are doing here. The most important thing that you will need here is just your email address and your username and password. That is just the only thing you need. The way you are typing is like I will go and sleep, and if I wake up you will still be there. If the city in your place is Lagos, how can your state will also be Lagos? Now whenever you have issues of postcode, you just need to go to Google and just type the postcode, just type your address. You know it's I know you must be doing something. You people, you this young generation that you are coding and collecting money on the internet.
Which code?
Fear God though.
Which code?
Okay, now there are different payment methods here. You can make use of bank details. They are going to give you their bank details. You can select paystack, which is you just make use of your ATM card, or you can use star, you can use code too. You can make use
This
of
stack is ATM,
is there now, is there. Now you will see under pay stack it is written subscription. It means that by next month automatically if you don cancel it they will deduct 500 naira from your account.
automatically.
Do you know, you don't know what's called subscription?
So
So
if you cancel it, you can reactivate it now.
of course you can always do that one now. àwọn bíbí yẹn máa ọgbọ́n ju orí wọn lọ. Okay, I haven't done all those ones. You are going to click I agree at the bottom. You are going to click I agree, that check that small thing. Now don't forget, good, before you go you will see that there is a note in red or in brown color. This form is provided in a secure environment and to help protect against fraud. Your current IP address is, you can see the IP address.
Yeah.
So this is the normal IP address you are logging into from. Normally people will not care about all these ones, but when you are doing web development, web solution, you must always be concerned about IP address. And IP address, that is where they now add domain. For this IP address now, if I want to get the domain assigned to this, I can get it, but that is not where we are going. Anyhow sha, na dem sabi.
So this domain,
Click check
this
out.
IP address is like the code for my website.
Phone, your browser, your internet access.
Yeah.
That is how it works. If there is no error there, you just need to check out.
Okay.
You did not enter 2 or 3 things. You did not enter your city.
I don't even know my city. So which city am I in?
No, don't tell anybody you don't know your city. Where are you? Lawansin, is it not? Where is Lawansin located in Lagos?
So I don't even know.
Surulere. Go to your put Mushin abi Mushin Lawansin Agbagba Mushin. Now go to, no, it will not go. Go to Google. Now type Mushin postcode. Go to Google. Just open a new tab. Type Mushin postcode or postal code.
Okay.
And enter the postcode there. Have you done it?
Yeah.
No. That one, it will be Mushin. The second one will be that under postcode. That is where you will now put that number there.
Which under way? This one.
That city will be Mushin. That one,
okay.
The postcode will be normal postcode. That one will be Mushin. Now, that one will be the postcode. Now, there are 2 things here. I'm going to pause my video, okay, for you. There is this security pin, 4 to 8 digits. Please keep it secure. I'm going to pause my video so that you have not entered your password. Scroll down too. Why are we jumping? See password here. You can generate password, you can enter password.
If it's yellow, is it good?
Is yellow bad? Is yellow black?
Because sometimes it's green.
It has given you the option. It say it is moderate. If you want to generate password is important. There's a way you need to understand how to generate secure password. You must be able to insert small letters, capital letters, numbers, and symbols. You spoil everything together. You add capital letter with numbers and symbols and what have you. It should be able to, like if you are still using your name, that's your domain name, then you should be able to just create something that would, really be secure. Oh yeah. Username is, let me see if there's anywhere I see username here. I can't, just the password. Oh yeah, now go and press checkout. Let us see what else remain. Hey. Customer, scroll down.
Yeah, accepted.
This one is funny. Oh. Okay, customer category, pick it. Click on customer category. Okay, on the password, enter a password that is secure, or you just click on generate password. Click on generate password and copy the password the thing give you. Copy the password. Copy it somewhere. Hello, Mr. Man.
Copied it.
If you should, oh yeah, copy and insert the two, insert there. Just Ctrl V. You see that it is strong. Ctrl V. Now go scroll down. Go and accept their terms and conditions. This one that you are doing now, subsequently you will not be doing it.
Yes.
You just enter your username and password, and you are, all this record will be there. Just one time that you need to do this. Agree to their terms now and click checkout.
And you can save that password.
Save the password though. Now you sabi, then you can always change it, because you can change it.
So what is showing me?
Now they have sent you a mail. Go to your inbox and verify. That one is something you will do later, but you can see the payment has been generated for you here. So you can just click on pay now. Click on pay now, and you pay for, you know how you do it now. Hello.
Yeah, it's loading.
Wait, the remaining job here is that you make your payments. You go to your inbox, your mailbox, and approve the link sent to you. If you don't see it in your inbox, you check your spam. You've seen it, you approve it, and once you have made your payment, you will give them a while. You will give them a time, just like probably some minutes or some hours, and they would send you the login details to your hosting account. So at this stage, I will tell you that turn off the share screen, so that we can conclude this transaction for today. Turn off the share screen.
All right.
Guy, you remove audio, Jai. Let me see your face.
Can you see now?
I'm not see. Let me see your face. We are not talking. Me, I like to smile. That's just my.
So fine
now. So the point is this: your hosting is being managed by eUkHost.
Okay.
Your domain is being managed by eUkHost.
Okay.
Now, if you want to become like a host server administrator, that's if you want to go into in depth into web development, you want to go into server management, you can pick up hosting. For instance, You now go and understand server. You now start running your Linux administration. You now start running codes and all those things. Then that one is on server management alone. It is huge. Like, it's real estate. Real estate. I'm not joking. No. Like crazy, crazy money. Okay. I'm not joking. No. You are just smiling. I'm not joking. Okay. It's I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It is crazy money. Let me give you example. The one that you just register for now, the server that you just register for now is 2 gig.
All right.
2 gig of 500 naira. Now, let me tell you that if I should have a server, if I should set up a server, and the server is, well, probably I bought a VPS server of 200 gig. I bought a VPS server of 200 gig, and I now shared it into 2 gig. It means that I'm going to give 100 people opportunity to host their sites. If 100 people pay you, if 100 people pay you per month, 500 naira.
Come on, I'm on you.
Na money.
I swear.
How much is that? 50,000.
No.
You don't know maths.
I don't know maths. My mother has 100K. That's 2 gig.
You are not your maths teacher. Your maths teacher did not come to school. Then your calculator is not even working at all.
2 gig for 200 people. About what is it?
100 now. What are you talking about? Eléyìí ò mọ maths gangan ni o. Ọlọ́run bá ṣàánú. Come and see what I'm talking about. Okay, you have 200 gig of hard disk, SSD. You now share 2 gig for how many people? 100 people now. Now, and if you are now collecting 500 naira times 100 people per month, are you saying that, where's my calculator?
50,000.
Now 500 naira times 100 is 50,000 now. Okay, per month. Okay, and if you are also saying per annum, if you are doing 5,000 naira times 100 people per annum, that is 500,000.
And it's not see it's 500. It's 100 people that will do that too. Some people
No.
more than that.
So, let us just break it down. The package, you saw the package now. You saw eUkHost package now. So it's not that I'm just faking it. Go to eUkHost, you see their package is there. Okay. Now, if you go to eUkHost, you see their package now. It's not that I'm the one faking it. This is how much they charge. I'm not the one. Okay. Now, this one has 2 gig. Okay. Now, when this person now set up the hosting solution, set up the cPanel application, set up everything that he wants to set up for people, he then give them accounts. Okay. And they would come in 5,000 naira per annum. 100 people will use 2 gig, and that will be 200 gig. Okay. This one alone is 500,000. Okay. Now, if he is earning 500,000 naira from this 200 gig per annum, how much do you think he is paying per annum to have this 200 gig? I can boldly tell you he's not paying up 100,000. Now, he's not paying up to 100,000 to have this 200 gig per annum. But that is not me for me. That is not me. That is not my own edict to be arguing or to be debating. You understand? That is how the business is, and so many people will still buy it. They will buy it, and he will be making their money. He is doing real estate. He is buying land. He is selling land. So he's buying land, he's not giving them as a landlord and tenants. That is what he's doing, and he's making crazy money. But for you to do this, you must go and study an advanced out of the blue topic. You must be a Linux server administrator. You must be a Linux server administrator. You must know about server. You must know about so many things that has nothing to do with web development at all. You understand? But when you get to that level, you yourself, you will know how it is now. Then if you have, do you know how many people this man has, this young man who goes, do you know how many people, how many clients are using his solution, and he's making his money. So there are so many opportunities available in the tech industry. Okay, there are so many opportunities. So now if you have made your payments and you have completed your information, you are going to receive a message from Google, something like this. But this one is telling me to go and renew. You are not going to renew. You are going to see the hosting details, the control panel information, the login details. Okay, that is where we will now pick up the third, this one. That is where we will now pick up this one, this matter. That is where we now say, okay, we now have our login details, for our domain is ready, our hosting is ready. Now it now remains our login. We log in and we start creating our content. Okay,
Yeah.
if you have any questions so far, ask me.
So after I log in, the rest is just to create and upload content and design it.
And start designing.
All right. Um. So if I want to start my own website, like not
Are
really.
you are you a joker? If you want to start, have you two started a
No,
website?
not this one. Not be this one. Like
uh,
official. This one is still
you are
big. I'm not. Okay. Let's say it.
you must be joking.
Is it possible? Okay, I can upgrade this one now.
There is nothing impossible as far as tech is concerned. There is nothing
Okay, so
impossible. Then
I can
no,
upgrade this one to.
not that you can upgrade. The domain is already yours now. You want to throw it away?
But
Nobody. Yeah, ask your question.
I thought there were like levels to the packages.
And now, yes, there are levels to package. Which of the packages?
So is there limitation to this one I signed up for? Like
Which one? Which one?
this particular domain I'm using, this hosting and
For domain, there is no limitation. Domain is domain.
hosting
Domain is just the name now. Just the
hosting. I
name.
meant hosting. Is there
Okay, hosting is 2 gig. You cannot upload anything, any
more than
content
two
above 2
gig?
gig. You are just who goes will give you email.
Is it in a month or forever?
No, no, that is the space.
Like
As long as, yes, if you are like, if we start uploading content now,
uh,
because we may not use up to 2 gig. We may not even use up to, probably, for us to set up Google, WordPress and everything. When we start doing all these things, we may not use up to like probably 100 megabytes.
what of the content you're uploading? Is it not also carrying space?
So when you now start uploading content,
Uh,
and you are now adding your pictures, adding
Videos.
probably videos and everything, the space will now get exhausted. And when the space is exhausted, because of so many people are using, one of the reasons why I may say, for practice purpose, for training purpose, make use of these Googles. But if you are really focusing on starting a huge business, then you need to go and look for something robust. One of the things you'll be having is that so many people, like hundreds of people, thousands of people, are on that same share hosting. So that server will be slow. Like, you are not running too much services, but your partner, your co-tenants,
Mm.
they are running so many services, and they are draining the resources from your own end. You are not using it now. They are using it. So that is why, if you want to use a full resource of that server, you may need to go and get your own. Like, if you don't want to have face me and slap you problem, go and build your mansion. Okay, but for a start, a bachelor life, you can start with face me and slap you. You are laughing. I don't know how you live in this school. Because you can still be doing short puts and all those ones.
Inside that.
But when you now feel like I'm getting to, okay, we want to marry, we want to, go and get your flats, okay, go and get your duplex, go and get your bungalow now, you sabi, you have the money. So this how you categorize what solution you want to bring on board. But for a start, I am repeating, for a start, that 2 gig, you are not going to use it, you are not going to finish it.
Yes, yes, I know. I'm
Okay,
just trying
okay.
to think ahead. Mm.
Better be thinking ahead o. In fact, let idea flow so that you can be doing so many things with yourself. At least within this 1 month, I can boldly tell you there are so many things you can do that you will recoup your money, your capital for getting that solution. But there are some things that are not get rich quick. But then, but you can do so many other things, sha. Mind you, I have completed today's efforts.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the tax that you are going to take home is you are going to complete the payment. That one na your headache. Okay, you are going to complete the payment by tomorrow. I will be having, I will be expecting from you the login details from eUkHost. The login details from eUkHost. If you have any question, you can chat me up. Guy,
Alright.
don't use Alaja's number to chat me up. Oh.
No, that's my number.
Which the one you are, okay? Are you their employee? You are also their
And
okay. You are not a family as a son.
I'm related. Bro.
Okay, good. You can chat me with the number. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah. So, um, I'm just considering that space. Okay, unlimited. They say unlimited here is 25,000 annually.
Guy, can you be patient a little?
No, see, I'm patient. To me, I just want to know. Okay, okay. Me, I like
No, no,
planning
explore,
ahead.
explore, explore any opportunities that you feel you have there. Okay, explore, no big deal. But can you be patient that we complete that sequence of training? Okay,
Yeah.
and if you now feel like I cannot let this one go, let me now expand it. You have then you will
No,
now
me, I'm
know
not. I'm not saying I
the
want to
reason.
expand now. I'm just saying, like, I'm just checking. That's all.
Check now, no, no, you are free. Not only that one gone, go to other, I have mentioned more than four. Go
Other
to other
sides.
sites.
Mm.
I've mentioned GoDaddy, I've mentioned Interserver, I've mentioned HostGator, I've mentioned SiteGround, I've mentioned, there are so many. Okay, just go and search and look at different prices and different functionalities, but
Okay,
with the same procedure.
is it that it's possible that okay the let's say
Nothing is
the band
nothing is impossible.
okay
That English, don't be
oh
using
yeah
it in my place.
the
Just
bandwidth
ask me
of
how. Okay.
those other sites it will be different from the prices, like there are some bandwidth allocated to each price.
And now,
So the bandwidth might, let's say okay this one is 6 gig for 30 gig bandwidth. That one could be 6 gig
uh,
for 40 gigabyte bandwidth.
uh,
I'll check it, sha. I'll check it.
no,
Can you tell me some of those other sites?
can I tell you almost? I've given you already. Okay, let me just uh okay, Hugo, I will send you a chart of the list.
Okay.
And of course, you can just go to Google. Just go to Google server hosting company in Nigeria, or hosting company in anywhere, or best hosting company in 2000. Just name that. They render the same service.
Services.
Okay, they render the same services. So just Google, explore. If you have any question, note it down. Tomorrow we will meet again. You can chat me over WhatsApp. I will always answer you. But tomorrow we will meet again and we will look at the installation and the setting up of the website. And probably by Wednesday we will talk about, tomorrow and Wednesday we will talk about design. That is what we will be doing. And design has no limitation. So the major job I have already done it.
All right.
You are on your own. Oh.
Me, I'm a fast learner.
Okay. Okay, now sure. Bye bye now. Later.
Yeah.
I'm going to record, I'm going to send this video onto YouTube and I'll send you a link
Okay.
so that you can always have it and go through.
All right. Thank you.
Okay now. Bye bye.